Okay, here, back again, back again. Shorter greeting because I was just here, but you know me. Government name, Chimoge Chijuke eBay. Metaphysically correct name, Chimoge K Rom. Let's go. I'll be honest, this story time might be more casual. I'm telling you to decompress. Sometimes I'm telling the story for myself. Let's talk about Ra. Talk about Ra. We've all heard about Ra. Let's talk about Ra. Oh my goodness, do I have a prop? Wow. Okay, my ancestors are telling me to just take off this jacket. Let's shift it. Just making sure this is the best camera angle. Alright, Cabrinam Naga. Alright, let's just sit here and talk about Ra. What's the story of Ra? And this is as I understand it based upon my research, thought, and information from my ancestors. Okay, anyway, so Ra is in Onyeka. He's an expansion person. You see, Ra is different than the other ones because Ra is in action. You see, you can also call Ra Kalakana. So anyway, Onyeka are weird. You can also call them Onyele. Because you see the thing Khan, I've registered viewers, there are 9 on the screen. Thank you very much. Every view is a blessing. And every comment is a blessing as well. I read comments at my discretion. And please like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. So, Onyele. Ele can be translated as many things. The Watcher, Deer, also nonsense. You see, Ele, he has to exist, and he's not something that should not exist. And I'll leave it at that. So, sometimes it is what it is. So, Onyeka can be very weird, because the thing Kai is very close to Ele. Because what is Kai? You just expand. You just keep expanding. After a while, wow, Le. You just keep expanding. Wash sin away from this place. That's a great one. That's not really Ele, but how is that the same as Kai? Sometimes you can expand nonsense. Wow, Ele. So, um, again, that doesn't mean Ka is bad. It's just the nature of Ella. Sometimes Ella is close to something good. I mean, Ella is part of the God of Thunder. He's just in the prison. Um, so, yeah, there are 5 cycles of the God of Thunder. Kala Kano, aka Ra. He is the best form of the first one, Kala Kano, which is named after his previous life. And he has the name from his previous life, which is the second step. He's the 5th step of that, right? And when he's part of himself, he's just thinking. He's thinking, but his thoughts are actions for other people. But then when he acts himself, He skips Amadioha and he ends up in Kamalu. Oh, wait, that's another one of his names, Kamalu. Which is why you can also call Kala Kanu Kamalu. You see. This is the thing though. He just wants to do it all. So he wants Amadioha. Why? Why not? So why not? So, how does he do that? You see, the god of thunder is when all of Amadioha unites into one super person. What is a super person? It's basically a being that is still a person, but it has to be commanded. And then this thing, when it becomes an Onyepa, is Onyishikala Kano. My ancestors are trying to tell me that, you know, sometimes in the past when I thought I had a throat itch, they were just telling me not to speak because I was around odd people. Let me move. Okay, so the god of thunder. It needs to be commanded. There are only 10 Onyeka who can command the god of thunder. And by the way, the god of thunder's base category of life, his animal, and his category of existence is Elulol. Manifests as many of those animals we call goats. Ulol, comfort, also home. Think about it. The goat, you shouldn't oppress animals, but naturally those things should be near us. You can see by their nature. And I just want to address this. You can clearly see by its nature that that thing you call a dog, aka evil, should not be near us. Anyway, I was just thinking off camera. It was short. Anyway, the point is, I hadn't thought about the story of Raw in that much depth before. Yeah, why was I not able to put up a short? Okay, one went up. Anyway, I guess I wasn't off camera for as long as I thought. Maybe. I don't know. Did I actually? Did I accidentally double hit it? Anyway. Um. Okay, Kabrunem Nalgoha. Let me stream of consciousness a story, at least lightly, and then I'll distill it. So, Ra means like, also has the connotation of a ray shooting out. Think about it. It can also mean lick. Think about it. If you like something, think if it's a food, you would lick it. Think about it. Raise, graze things. Graze, Ra, same thing. You see, it's all kind of there. It's a deep concept. You can also call him Kalakanu. He moves between two things. That's why he's the real Kalakanu. Kalakanu means moving between two things, the good duality. First one, when he's sitting, he's thinking, other people are acting. Then when he acts, that is aggression. That's Kamalu. That's the explosion of anger. It's a good thing. Talked about that before. But he also wants to command the god of thunder. 10, Onyeka can command the god of thunder, along with help of the Imporuku Amadioha. What is that? The big ball of Amadioha. I think there's an Onyeka that is a big ball that is made up of many other Onyeka that is central to the god of thunder. They have to, as in the 10, have to get his permission to command the ship because Elulor, the god of thunder, can move as a ship. When does Amadioha unite into the god of thunder? When he has to very quickly and crudely get rid of evil and let me move. My ancestors, Lord have mercy. Anyway, story time makes me think of things, and then I have to take a pause. Um, Long story short, the story of Ra is ongoing because everyone engages in Kamalu. Everyone acts. And then when he commands the god of thunder, he gets rid of evil. So that's really the story. What can I distill from that? I want to be transparent. I'm thinking of a personal matter now. And yes, it is very much related to my ordeal, and yes, my family. Yes. I won't disclose what it is, but I'm thinking of it. So I'm in Kalakana. Um, hmm. What can we get from that? I'll be honest, I don't know yet. I'm not gonna make something up. Maybe we'll sit with that a bit. I think I really just need to animate that one. Yeah. Some stories need to be told with the more than just your voice and your face. Yes. Anyway. Um. Hmm. I'll just say I'm thinking a lot about family stories. You see, in the world today, people don't take family seriously. So because of that, a lot of lies are able to take root in family. In particular, lies related to people's life trajectory. People have a habit of telling stories to their youngers and family and not providing proof, and that's not good. And I'll leave it at that. Hmm. Right. Let me just say this out loud more. Story time. I mean, it's a very straightforward segment, but what I'm doing here is I'm trying to expand my definition of what it means to tell a story. So let me just out loud think about what I'd heard about Rob before I got more information about him from prayer. And that's how my mind processes things. Even though as soon as I say it, I'm like, didn't I just put to also, calm down, Mr. Atheist. Did I not just and so also, did I not also put together information that I got from observing things and hearing from people in the physical world? Anyway, Ra, Egyptian god of the sun, also the Egyptian god of thunder. That's what I'd heard. Also the pharaoh, at least associated, and then something about having the head of a quote unquote bird of prey. Side note, that concept of the bird of prey, well, let me be careful here. Okay, I think in the common imagination, let me say that. In the common imagination, I think the idea of of a bird of prey is too vague. I think people have to look into them more. For example, I think we automatically assume that, for example, hawks are more similar to eagles than they are to owls. I don't know if that's necessarily true. It's something I'm looking into. Um, it's something I'm looking into, and I'll just leave it at that. It's just a thought. But also that there are quite some differences between, other birds of prey, like the ones that typically are said to have. I think there's some we just envision to have the head shape of the eagle, like falcons and um, hawks. But I mean, you guys know my position on the falcon. That's a Quensu imitating Amadio. Anyway, um, the one I always stand behind though is the peregrine falcon. Like, it's supposed to be cool because it falls down at a fast rate. Wow, that's a Quensu. Let me. Do my ancestors want me to walk? They want me to walk. 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 Anyway, all those things I'd heard about Ra, head of a bird of prey, associated with the eagle, and also heard stuff about the falcon. You get what they're saying. I mean, we all know the big one is the eagle. That's the idea of that thing. Um, then associated with leadership, the pharaoh, sun, sunlight, the god of thunder, god of lightning, god of the sky, all that. It comes together. Okay, it's part of that archetype. That's pretty simple. And then my ancestors gave me some more information. Yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, Amadio, 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 Kalakanu, Kalakanu Bura, Kalakanu Bura, Moneba, Kalakanu Bura, Mbueme, Kalakanu Bura, Moneme, Chiche, Kalakanu Bura, Net Chiche, Rane Chiche, Kalakanu, aggression in thought, Kalakanu, Abumonishi, Kalakanu. I want to be clear, aggression is not bad. If you want to be crude, this is not the language I'd use. If you want to be crude, I'm not talking about evil overbearingness. That's not what I mean when I say aggression. I'm just talking about going after, um, a target in full force in an ethical manner. Yes. I'm practicing shaking my maracas. Let me unplug this. Right, right. Will I tell this story again? I think I will. I'll just figure out how to do it. Well, let me say two things. One, and these are two things you can learn from that very simple and yes sloppy, forgive me, story that I told. One, just because somebody is great doesn't mean that their route to greatness is complicated. And I have to take a walk. Okay, so one, forgive me, I have a lot on my mind. One, just because someone is great does not mean that their route to greatness was complicated. And I just want to add this caveat: someone could be great and be bad. And I'll fix that semi lie like this: someone could be great in one area and be bad overall. And I'm just going to leave it like that because in our world today, people just turn a blind eye to evil. So I have to communicate many different ways. So, because of that, what I'm saying can apply to multiple different scenarios and multiple different types of people. Full disclosure: Kala Kanu, the greatest man alive, is a person. Therefore, he can actually be bad. It is very rare, but he can be bad. So he's nowhere near above critique. That is why he's the greatest man alive, because he doesn't even go near the concept of being perfect. He is not God. He is not God. Literally, the being I am talking about in Natu Matu, you can criticize. It just like the vast majority of the time is great, so it's probably unreasonable. Anyway, so that's point one. Point two. Great people, when things are good, will have great people around them. If you see either a great person by themselves or a bunch of great people together, but they don't seem to have one person at least who unites them, something is wrong. And I'll leave it at that. And I think that's all for this story time. Thank you very much. That was the story of Ra, also Kalakana. Thank you very much. Chimoge here. Please patronize my business. See you next time. I think I'll wait until I can put up a short. One more. All right, see you.